Good morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, August the 31st, 2020. My name is Brandon Hardison, president of Champion Strategies and host for Hardison's Tips, where we give salespeople, whether they are major account, key account, up and down the street, in-home sales, retail in general, but automotive sales specifically. So we do this every morning. I know you're trying to get ready, so if we can drop a little knowledge on you while you're doing it that can help out, then we will get to it right now. So, have any of you ever heard the word, "I just can't do that"? I'm telling my guests, no. Any of you have ever been in that situation? A great unknown historian once said, "To my customers, I may not have the answer, but I'll find it. I may not have the time, but I'll make it. I may not be the biggest, but I'll be the most committed to your success." Now, I bring that up because this past weekend, I took my granddaughter out for some ice cream at a new gourmet ice cream parlor that recently opened in our neighborhood. And my granddaughter, Kailee, does not like chocolate ice cream. So when I ordered, I asked the young lady taking the order if she would be able to arrange a half and half ice cream cup, a half cup with cherry and a half cup of bubblegum ice cream. And her response is, "No, we don't do half and halves." She may just as well said to me, "We don't want your business. It's just too fussy." Well, needless to say, myself and my granddaughter left and went to find a familiar establishment, ice cream parlor, that we have visited many times in the past, and we knew that they would be more than happy to accommodate us and take my granddaughter's fussy little order. Now, this is an obvious situation whereby I could have been helped, but wasn't. There are times, however, when a guest comes into your dealership looking for a particular vehicle with a particular budget, wanting the transaction to only benefit them, and we're not familiar with how to solve their particular pain. So our first inclination is to say, "No, we just don't do business that way at our dealership." So, what's next? What do you do as a sales consultant when you cannot immediately satisfy the guest needs? Well, let's see. Is it just because some dealerships do have a process, some don't? So, if we look at it at your particular dealership, and you do not have a vehicle in question on the lot, and there's not a vehicle en route coming from the manufacturer or from wholesale, we don't stock particular items, or the guest needs some creative financing that you've never seen or heard about since you've been in the store. So let's face it, no guest ever likes to hear the word no. They came into your store. This is a word that they believe is in their exclusive domain. No. Despite this, many average retail dealership sales consultants simply say no to the guests. "No, I'm not sorry, but we don't do anything like that here at our dealership." Saying no to a guest means that the money invested to bring that individual guest to your dealership has just gone to waste. According to the late Sam Walton, founder of Walmart, he stated, "There's only one boss the customer. And he and she can fire anybody in the company from the chairman on down simply by spending their money somewhere else. Would you say no to your sales manager or GM? The chances are great that you wouldn't, assuming that the request was not totally unreasonable. But when you say no to a guest, you become part of their problem, not the solution. Did you know that the Norwegian word for sale is derived from the word selge, which means to serve? It's part of the sales consultant's role to find a way to say yes. So make a decision that you will never say no to a guest, no matter what. Decide that you will always attempt to show them alternative solutions which they may not have ever known existed. When you follow this approach, it says both you, the guest, and their time and effort, there's some way that maybe we can still make this happen. Never saying no always means you enhance your ability to manage the guest's expectations and requirements while at the same time keeping them as a happy, satisfied customer. When you say no, you risk the guest finding the automotive product solution at another dealership and thereby losing out on all of the sale. Remember, the main thing is this: if we don't take care of the customer, somebody else will. Now, if that is not as plain as I can make it, I don't know what is. Either we're here to help and service, and that means listening and working with the team solution selling, or let's just take the name down of the owner of the dealership and put your name up there, and you make a decision to say no to your dealership owners group. Don't think you want to do that. Once again, Brandon Hardison for Champion Strategies. Don't forget, this coming Wednesday, September 2nd, our Wednesday Live at 12 noon will continue. Our special guest is Noel Walsh, coming to us from Utah. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that he sees on the other side of the Mississippi when it comes to salespeople listening and doing what we call the product presentation walk around. So you don't want to miss out on that. That's this coming Wednesday at 12 noon Eastern time for Hardison Tips Live with special guest Noel Walsh. In the meantime, as always in parting, Brandon Hardison saying to you, go on out and make it a chance.